Right, here we've got the River Thames. Reading and Cavisham Bridge is right the way down there around that corner past that little tower, which you can sort of see by that furthest white boat. As you can see, the sky's very cloudy and it's been peeing down with rain, so it's the first chance really I've had to get the camera out to see how far I've gone. I say this is the River Thames from Reading. I must have paddled about nearly 3 miles now, and I think I've got about another 2 miles down that way until I find the first lock, so I might be able to find somewhere rural at the side in about sort of an hour or so to make something to eat. So, but I've come across a lot of canoeists, but there's a boat coming behind me now, so I better actually get moving. Right, that's where I've just come from, and sort of in the middle there, sort of in there is a little island, and the River Thames goes either side, as you can see, which has actually brought me down to this particular point. And see if I can hold the camera without dropping it in the water as usual and paddling and not rocking the camera about. But now there's quite a long span to go right the way down there, which is towards Pangbourne. So where I just filmed previously and stopped filming because the boat was coming, so I had to get moving out of the way. This is about another 1.5 miles, 2 miles up from there, so I reckon I've paddled a good 4 or 5 miles, and it's really good because there's no locks, so I haven't had a portage or anything. So I think I'll go a little bit further down there as far as you can see down the view there. Just found a massive great brick wall. Don't know what it is, but I've come up to as far as the little wooden boathouse over there. Train going by, that's what it is. It's a reinforced wall to take the weight of the trains. Oh well, you live and learn if you wait around a while. So just previously come from down there, come up to that, as I said, that hut. I'm just going to go around that corner there and see what it's all about. Right, just down that far bit is where the brick wall is, where the trains, and I've come further around this corner where it's quite rural. There's a forest right over the top there, I don't know what it is. As you can see, along this bit is all quite residential, sort of nice little bungalows and houses and what have you. And I keep saying I'm going to stop and then go back, but there's a little bit that narrows up there where it becomes much smaller, considering that the majority of where I've paddled, I've not had to get out any locks. I must have paddled at least 5 miles. Not had to get out to portage any locks, it's just been continual paddling. So it's the sort of longest bit I've done in ages. And of course the majority of the Thames is about twice as wide as the River Kennet is when the River Kennet's at its widest. So it's quite different, and there's a bigger flow. I'm actually going upstream, but so I'll get about 20% advantage. I'm actually moving backwards now because I'm going with the stream, and that will help me when I actually paddle back. But I'm just going to go up there a little bit further. Right, I've come to the fork where it sort of goes a bit more narrow. So I just came from up there where it's sort of a bit more residential on the right, and just saw my first kingfisher over there in that little bit of shrubbery, really bright blue, flitted about, but I've not been able to find it. So I'm going to go where it says channel and go down that bit on the right, and then maybe that island that's in the middle, find somewhere there to stop off for a while. Well, as you can see, I just came the other side of that island. The bit on the right was the bit that you're not allowed to go through, so I came round the left and then came right the way along to here, and literally I'm just going to go up to where those posts are because I think it verges off round to the right, and it's now getting on for about 5:20. Oh, some ducks. Some more ducks over there. I'm just going to explore that little bit of greenery because it's an opening, I think, to some sort of big house that's right on the other side of that tree. Right, we've just come a little bit further up, and just over there is the maple Durham Estate, where there's a big sort of Elizabethan looking house and what have you. I've just come up to this weir. That's the lock over there that I would have to get out, but this is as far as I'm going to come. So I'm just going to get a little bit closer up to there. Right, there's the weir. Right, make my way back down there now. I've just shimmied up on the bank, and this is Durham Estate. I think it's open to the public, but I'm just going to have a little walk about, just see what there is. There's a little bridge. Oh, you can actually visit. As you can see, there's a watermill, the house, or you can visit both. There's a tea shop over there. It's rather quaint actually. I suppose I could get away with stopping off here and making something to eat, and then paddling off again, which actually I think I might do. With a little bit of where the Thames is over there, I've just banked in round to here. The bridge, it's obviously for landing craft, sort of boats to come up and you to, I suppose, get on them. I don't know how far that goes up there. I think it actually stops up there. Some of the estate is also over there on the other side of this little mini bank. There's a train there in the distance, but this is the River Thames going from Durham Estate. There goes a boat launch going by. Rather upstaging my inflatable canoe. So there I am, and there goes the boat launch, going all the way down there. Which is about at least five miles from Reading, so I don't really know what to do. I don't know, to sort of sit here and maybe, I think I will actually make something to eat here. If someone asks me to move, then I'll just have to move, won't I? Hopefully if I can have a little bit more of a point, better bring this up on the bank. But hopefully, I think I'll do that. Right, as you can see, I've decided to stay here on Durham private estate. Mind you, I'm sort of hidden away behind a tree, and unless anyone's really looking over here, they're not really going to see me. So I've got my potatoes boiling away, and then I've got a long life pre-packed vegetable curry, which I'm going to mix in with the potatoes. Ooh, got some visitors. Some Canadian geese. Yeah, as if they've really come round to see me. Right, I'm going to crack on with making something to eat. Right, so I've mixed the vegetable curry in with the potatoes and wait for it to warm through, and then I'm going to make a cup of tea and then just enjoy the view of the river flowing down from the weir that I was just filming. All that water was actually gushing through, and it's creating a stream flow. Let's go all the way down there. What better way is to end a Sunday afternoon? Right, I've just tied it up, put the canoe in, and make my way back down towards Reading. It's now just gone 6:30 on a Sunday evening, so it looks like the old cloud has broken, and the direction I'm going, the cloud doesn't look too bad. It's all been coming over this way all afternoon, sort of from east to west. I think southeasterly winds driving it across. So anyway, ready to get back in the canoe, and it'll be just nice to paddle continually without getting in and out, carrying my kit in and out the bank, portage in. So yeah, it's been quite novel actually, and exploring this little bit of the River Thames. So be nice to have actually sort of explored a little bit behind all those trees, which obviously is part of the estate, part of Durham Estate. But anyway, so I'm going to make my way down there. Most probably the next bit of filming I'll take is going to be near Reading and Caversham Bridge. Right, I've just come from all the way up there. which is about 1.5 miles, which I've made in about, it's not bad actually, about 15-20 minutes. I've done 1.5 miles. So going back towards Reading that way, there's that island, the first island I came across. I came up this way, but now I'm going to go back over that way. Alright, I'm just approaching down this side. Oops, you drop the camera. Try and see if I can paddle. Sort of ducks and also Canadian geese just gone through that gap. There's a little mini island there, and then there's the other part of this island just here where those Canadian geese are through the gap. That's where I actually came up that side. Obviously now going down this side, and looks like there's a rower coming up. So anyway, sky's blue. It's the only wetness I'll get is off the paddles. Okay, just came down this side, approaching Reading on the left side of that island. There's another little gap there, which is the main navigable part where those Canadian geese are, right in the middle there. And then there's another little island here, which I'm going to go past. But as I say, that's the journey I took along there to go up that direction. On that little island, there was sort of quite an old couple, woman sitting down on a deck chair reading a book. I thought it was a bunch of homeless people living on there, just in that central bit, because I saw some clothing hanging up and it looked pretty tatty. But then saw this sort of retired couple, quite old couple, sort of well above middle age, camping up there with a canoe on its side. So obviously they're navigating this part of the Thames and camping out along it as well. Blinking madness, isn't it really? All this canoeing and camping. Reading Bridge, and just beyond that is Caversham Bridge, where I'm going to be getting out. At the moment I'm surrounded by waterfowl. Anyway, I'm back at Reading, and I've got about 10-15 minutes to go until I take out. Alright, well that's what where I put in. Caversham Bridge is just through there. Canoe wrapped up in a boot. Make my way out the car park and drive all the way along there, over the bridge, past that big building through the trees. And it's now 8:30 in the evening on Sunday the 7th of June 2009.